Hey Storm Nation, it's Kevin Duncan, Storm staff member. Today we're reviewing the new Absolute Power by Storm. Let's get the text out of the way first. So it has the R2S Deep Solid cover stock along with the Sentinel core. So RG is 2.48, diff is 0.050, and the intermediate diff is 0.021. My guest tester today is Brandon Moyle. So our goal was to start out, we just started out between first and second arrow. You saw the ball hook. He moved in 5 and 3. The ball hooked again. So then he finally ended up there around 15, which that's where we knew he'd be at on the house shot. But just showing you how we migrated in to find that shot. And he gets settled in here and he's making some pretty good shots. He finally gets loose and a couple balls go a little long on him, so we did move back to the right one. But what we saw out of this Absolute Power was a very versatile ball. That would be my one takeaway: versatility. He could play right there in his favorite spot, doing his favorite thing. Later on, you'll see he'll move in and work on slowing the ball down to slow hook it back. When he does it right, the ball looks fantastic. Then we end up finishing the video by throwing some shots straight and hard up the second arrow, but the ball looked good in all spots. When he executed, he was working on some things that night, so had some other thoughts in his head, so he did have some shots that got away from him, but he did a good job. But yeah, so what we saw was versatility, and he did throw his Absolute up against it. He started out, he warmed up with the Absolute, and what he saw was just a little more overall hook from the Absolute Power, and he also thought the back end motion was a little stronger. He feels like with his Absolute, he has to wait for the shot to develop, where with the Power here, he could make things happen from any place on the lane if he made a really good shot. So the scent of the ball is blueberry orange cake, which is not too bad. It's not my favorite, but you know, it still smells pretty good. Shelf appeal, the ball looks great. Love that gray color in there. You know, we've seen that throughout time. I think maybe it was on the Shock Trauma at one time or something, but always kind of like that gray color that's mixed in with that red and blue. So the shelf appeal is good. The ball looks good. And like I said, very versatile. Could do a lot of different things with it if you want to. I would say I was asked by somebody else, how did it compare to the Eternity Pie? And my opinion was it was a little bit weaker than an Eternity Pie. I think the Eternity Pie might have just a little bit more back end motion than this Absolute Power does. Could you have both in the bag? You probably could. I'm not sure if you really need it or not, but they're pretty close. But I'd just say overall the Eternity Pie is a little bit stronger. So where would it fit in my bag if I was going to develop a tournament bag? So my biggest hook and ball for me right now, I would probably have the Eternity Pie in there, or yeah, I'd say that. Then I always carry my Reality, so that might be a step down from the Eternity Pie. This Absolute Power could go in that number 2 spot also, I believe. So that's kind of where I see it, maybe as a number 2 ball, and it would definitely be in that same range as the Reality, but almost I'm a little careful when I compare anything to the Reality because it was so good. So you'll notice here, there's one shot in here that's coming up that Brandon finally trusted it, slowed it down, put some very good roll from deep inside, 10 boards deeper than where he probably needed to be at. And I think this next shot right here, he makes a really good shot. trust it, sends it to the right, slow hooks it back. Looks really good. And there's the shot. So, like I said, once again, we appreciate you watching. Thank you. Ball's very versatile. Absolute Power, it came out. It was released on January 19, 2024. So it's available at your pro shop. Stop by and get you one. As always, we appreciate you. I will have down in the comments our details. If you want to order a Bolafide jersey, I'll have that link there. And like I said, we finished up this video here. He throws a few shots down the second arrow. This second one here, he forgets to take his hand out of it. It hits on it a little bit. You can tell the difference. It does hook early, but then he finishes it up with a really good shot with his hand out of the ball, and the ball looks good. So we'll see you on the lanes next time, and that's a wrap for us.